Happy Wednesday, Community Church of Mount Pleasant. It is a beautiful day here in Mount Pleasant. I'm looking out at the flags and the water and the wind and the beautiful nature that God has given us out here in this beautiful community of Mount Pleasant. And I'm just thankful to be able to come visit with you today. We're here in our office here out at the barn, and Ken has come to help us produce this video as we do each week. I appreciate Rob doing that for us last week, and as always, Ken helping us put some time in and get this together so we can come visit you in the middle of our week. We don't have a church service, a midweek service or anything, but this gives us an opportunity to visit with you, our family. And I know I'm aware that there are many people who watch this video, this visit. Perhaps they don't attend our church, perhaps they're not going to be necessarily members of our church, but they're a part of our family because they're interested and they're a part of the community church family. And so if you're listening, watching, wherever you are, thank you. Thank you for checking in with us and for letting us visit with you. Sunday was a great day. It was a great week last week. We had some folks in our church family come to know the Lord, and they were saved, and we're excited about that. Always, that's our purpose, that's our focus, and just lots of other things that God is doing. And boy, we had a great day Sunday. My friend Al Reichman, Dr. Al Reichman, who is a Jewish believer, and he presented to us the Passover, the authentic Jewish Passover. And those of you that were able to attend, and perhaps if you weren't able to come, we did post the video on our Facebook page, so you can watch Dr. Reichman. And he really educated us about what the authentic Jewish Passover is all about, and how that connects with us as Gentile believers and the church God's church, and how that progresses through the calendar, and how things will kind of wrap up one of these days. And so, man, thanks to Dr. Reichman for helping us with that. It was just a phenomenal, and many comments about that, folks, really. And my desire as pastor is to bring our church to growth as we grow in the truth of the Word of God. And so I want our church to grow. I want to make disciples. I want to teach the Bible. And so Sunday was a great day with that. Also, our missions team has been away in Nicaragua for a week now. They left last Wednesday, and I've been keeping pretty close contact with them. And great pictures and many exciting things. And I think it's ironic and kind of fun that we've built a church for our family in Nicaragua before we built our church here. And, I think that's kind of a neat thing. We're not just concerned about our church here in Mount Pleasant. We're concerned about building churches to the uttermost. And with Jim Rice's help, and our family over there, Farrell Burton and the Hope Project, we were able to build a church in a week. And now they will have a larger, better facility in Nicaragua for our family there. So I'm really excited about this Sunday. Our missions team will present their report on their trip and everything that happened, and some really exciting things. So I hope you don't want to miss Sunday. We'll get to see this report from Nicaragua, and I hope that you have enjoyed our missions emphasis, which is our first real missions emphasis as a church family. And this will be the last Sunday. We've had 6 Sundays in this series of missions, and this will be the last one. We'll wrap it up, and I think you'll enjoy Sunday. I appreciate all the volunteers, all the work. We helped our school, Mount Pleasant Elementary School. We did a little box top program with them, and we were able to help them raise $155. And they're our host school. They're our family, so we want to work with them on projects like that. Lots of things in the bulletin coming up. We have a youth lock-in. We have a parent team fellowship. Now our birthday's coming up in about a month. April 22nd and 23rd, we're celebrating birthday number 2. Happy birthday to Community Church of Mount Pleasant. Be a Saturday celebration here at the farm, and then a Sunday celebration in our morning service. So I hope you put that on your calendar. A lot of neat things coming up. Also, I want to mention to our men, we have a men's conference that we'll be attending this weekend, Friday night and Saturday. It is at the Prospect Baptist Church. Johnny Hunt will be the speaker, and the emphasis will be Take Aim. It's a men's conference that will be at Prospect Baptist Church in Albemarle And we've got some tickets actually, and if you want to go, please let us know. I'd love to take some more men with us to our men's conference this Friday night and Saturday morning. It won't interfere with work. It won't take a lot of your time, but it will be wonderful with our men. I'm excited. We're going to have a good time. So, lots of things going on at the Community Church of Mount Pleasant. Again, I invite you to come out and join us this Sunday at 10:30 as we celebrate and just have a good time together as a family. I want to have a little devotional with you this morning, and I'm in the book of Mark, and I want to talk to you about a new purpose. Now, really what I want to talk to you about is fishing, okay? Because we're going to study about some fishermen, and boy, that's right down my alley. I was visiting a family yesterday, and we were looking out there and sitting on the porch, and these people are particularly sportsmen and fishing and hunting and all that, and two fishing boats out there, and we talked about fishing and hunting, a lot of those kind of things. And we'll look in the book of Mark, an interesting process here that these men are going through with Jesus Christ. And it's Mark chapter 1, verses 16 through 22, and our thought here is about a new purpose. So let's look in Mark chapter 1, and we'll start with verse 16. Now, as he walked by the Sea of Galilee, and this is it's not really a sea. I've been there, and it's like a big lake, and it's big and deep, but it's not really like an ocean. And so Jesus is walking by the Sea of Galilee along the bank, and he saw Simon and Andrew, which is Peter, and he saw Simon and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. So you've got these two guys that are fishermen, and Peter and his brother, and so Jesus sees them, and Jesus says this in verse 17. Jesus said unto them, "Come after me, and I will make you become fishers of men." And so Jesus is walking along the beach there, the bank of this large body of water, and he sees these two guys fishing. He says, "Hey guys, why don't you come follow me? Come spend time with me. Come with me. Help me with this endeavor. I know you're fishermen, and I know you're catching fish, but if you'll follow me, I will make you fishers of men." And I bet they thought, wow, what does that mean, you know? And so verse 18 says, "And straightway," This is amazing to me, and I've read this passage many, many times. And they said in verse 18, "Straightway," or immediately, they forsook their nets and followed Jesus." Let me ask you a question. Has there been a time when maybe in your life you were busy, maybe doing what you do, and Jesus interjected himself in your life, and Jesus said, "Hey, come follow me"? What did you do? What would you do? What will you do when Jesus calls? And I believe there will be a point when Jesus will call all of us. He'll come into our heart's door, and he'll knock on our door and say, "Hey, why don't you follow me? I have a life for you. I have a new life for you. I have a new purpose for you. Come and follow me." Well, these two guys who were fishermen, they said immediately, they forsook their nets and they followed him. So they said, "Yeah, this is Jesus. This is the creator of this is Jesus, the Son of God. Yes, I will follow you." Verse 19. "And when he had gone a little further thence, he saw James and the son of Zebedee, and John, his brother, who also in the ship fixing their nets." Meaning these were fishermen, and they were out doing their profession. They were fishing. Now, my concept of fishing is not like these guys. I don't fish for a living. I don't get paid to go fishing. I don't make my living by catching fish. I fish for fun. And when I catch them, I usually throw them back. And I try to get as big a fish as I can catch and just have as much fun as I can have catching fish. These guys, this was their jobs. This was their profession. And when they had gone a little further, Jesus saw James and he saw John, who were also in the ship mending their nets, and straightway he called them. He said, "Hey guys, come follow me." And they left their father Zebedee. It was a family business. And they left their father's business in the ship with the hired servants and went after Jesus. They left what they were doing, they dropped what they were doing, and they followed Jesus. That's the thought today. And they went into Capernaum, and straightway on the Sabbath day he entered into the synagogue and taught. And they were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one that had authority, not as the scribes. They went with Jesus, and all he said, he didn't say, build this, fix this, preach. He said, follow me. You know, Jesus doesn't ask a lot of you in one regard, but on the other hand, he does ask a lot of you. He says, all I want you to do is follow me. And these men left their nets. They left their profession. They left their family. They left their family to follow Jesus. Sometimes there's a cost to follow Jesus. And many of us sometimes don't become aware of the cost. Sometimes there are people who lose their jobs. Sometimes people lose their families. Our missionary Sunday, Dr. Reichman, said when he followed Christ, his family was a Jewish, Orthodox Jewish family. When he followed Christ, he was disowned by his family. They said, no, if you're going to choose to follow this false leader, then you're no longer a part of our family. It cost him something. These men, it cost them something to follow Jesus. You know, it may not cost you your job. It may not cost you your family. Hopefully it won't. But the question is, will you follow Jesus? These men did. And they followed him, and they began to listen to him speak and teach. And they're like, wow, we've never heard anyone like this. Is not one of the scribes. This is not one of the local teachers. No, this was the Messiah. This was the Son of God, Jesus, God's Son. And they knew there was something special about this man, Jesus. Peter and his friends were fishermen. They were pros. This was their job. Do you fish? These guys fish for a profession. And so they knew how to fish, where to fish, what kind of bait. They knew what they were doing. They were pros. The location here was the Sea of Galilee. Well, this man showed up, and his name was Jesus. And he called unto them, and he said, fellas, follow me. I want you to follow me. They had a decision to make. All of us have a decision to make. Will you follow Jesus? Have you chosen to follow Jesus? Or have you said, no, you know what, not now, I'm busy. It's going to cost me too much. I can't leave my family. No. All of us will have to choose when Jesus calls. And Jesus is calling you. Jesus showed up and he called them to follow me. So he said, follow me. He gave them a new purpose. He gave them a new assignment. He gave them really a new job. He said, no longer will you just fish for fish. Now you're going to begin to fish for men. A new purpose for these fishermen. And they followed. They said, yes, Jesus, we'll follow you. They were taught to fish. And just like they fished for fish, Jesus started teaching them how to fish for men. And they began to listen to him teach, and they began to grow, and their purpose changed. And then at some point when Jesus finished his work, he left to go to be with the Father. And he had trained these men to fish for men, not just fish. They were willing and they were ready. The bait, these men, it was no longer the bait they used to catch fish. It was the gospel. It was love. And it was attractive to men that they would meet. And so they began to fish for men. Christ's love and salvation was their message. Today, we are all called. And Jesus said, all I want you to do is follow me. You don't have to jump through hoops. You don't have to know or give or do. You just follow me. And then Jesus begins to teach us what he wants us to know. It's why it's so important to be involved in a good church that teaches the truth. As Jesus begins to teach you and you grow and learn what he wants you to do. So my question for you today as we close is, when Jesus calls, have you said yes? Well, Lord, I'm kind of busy. Or, I'm busy with my family. Or I've got a lot of things. Just say yes. Say yes to Jesus. He may not turn your world upside down. He just wants you to follow him as he leads you and gives you a new purpose. Thanks for joining us today. I'm really honored that you would join us in the middle of your week. I know you're busy, and I hope you'll come and see us this Sunday. It's going to be the last Sunday in our missions emphasis. We will welcome back and reunite with our missions team, and they're going to give us an exciting report, and then we'll wrap up our missions emphasis. God bless you. We love you here at the Community Church, and we're praying for you. We hope to see you real soon. God bless you.